Hey, it's me, Madam Cherie. Thank you for joining me here on the Golden Cherie Tarot channel. I am so excited to be back with you, and I'm trying to pick up this card, and this happens every time I start a video. Like, I can't pick up this darn card. Somebody's breaking out of a manipulative situation. There's an angel breaking out of a serpent on that picture. So welcome to Golden Cherie Tarot. This is Madam Cherie, and thank you for joining me here on my beautiful, abundant YouTube channel. And I hope to see you guys back in my next video. But before I get started, I want you guys to press the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Anyhow, moving on. This is going to be a collective reading, just to see where your energy is at. You may or may not resonate. If you don't resonate, that just means this message wasn't for you at this time. It could be for you at a later time, you know. So, Four of Wands, strengthening and foundation. I feel like going back to the drawing board and re-looking at some, because of this picture up here, I'm thinking legal documents, some written foundations is more of what I was going to say. But a lot of you are going back to that drawing board and re-looking at those foundations. I feel like some of you guys have learned something new about a partner, which helps you to strengthen these foundations. The Lovers came out as well. I was going to say the Six of Lovers. The Lovers came out as well as the Two of Swords. So I definitely have this energy where you guys are growing, but you're having to make a split decision about something. And this decision can be quite big for some of you. But I feel like you're coming out in the end very successful with the way you've made this decision. You were capable of putting in the hard work and the effort. You have the King of Wands here. With this King of Wands, I feel a lot of low vibrational masculine energy. What that means to me is that somebody is acting from their inner child. They're acting from their pain and their emotions, and they're not taking a step back to think empathetically and with their spiritual brain. And I say spiritual brain because I feel like our earthly brain sometimes can be very egotistical, and we can sometimes get caught in that thought process as well. And you also have here Judgment. And I feel like with this Judgment card and this Chariot card, things that you've been asking for are going to come in quickly if you've been doing the work you need to do. If you haven't, then it's like quickly going back to the drawing board and trying to adjust things and make the proper choices. And I definitely feel that energy picking up. That energy of needing to go back and reevaluate some of your choices. The energy of not putting in the proper amount of work the first time and needing to go back and adjust the work. I feel like a lot of you guys have been having a pretty smooth sailing as far as the month of August and September goes. I feel like you guys have been just smooth sailing. Things haven't really been an issue for you. I do hear inner conflict. So maybe things are smooth sailing in your physical outside world, but your inner conflict, your thoughts are the issue. You have here the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Swords to clarify this Four of Swords. So I feel like you had some bright new ideas that you wanted to add to this foundation. You wanted to add some bright new ideas to this physical foundation. You had a new thought. You thought it's going to be great, so you wanted to add it. I feel this energy of possibly being nervous to add this new thought. But with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I feel like it's very important for you to take action. With the Two of Pentacles, I also feel this person I'm looking at is pretty balanced. But his face looks frightened. His face looks frightened. So it's like maybe he thought he had more things under control than what he did. And so now that he's a little off kilter, he's a little frightened as far as what's going to happen. But if you look at everybody else behind him appears to be okay. It looks as if they're like supporting him, but in a spiritual sense rather than a physical let me hold you up sense. Oh, let me not let you fall. It's not that kind of energy I am picking up. So the Knight of Swords means, usually when it's in the upright, it usually means that your thoughts are coming in rather quickly, rather rapidly. And that would make sense with your new idea. However, it is in the reverse, so that means that you've got into this new idea and you're in like a standstill. You're unsure which direction to take. This could also represent a low vibrational young male energy. It could be a son, so it could be you needing to get your son's foundation together. Could be school related, but I definitely feel this energy of needing to do foundations surrounding a young male. It could be readjusting partnerships, reevaluating certain partnerships, because the card right after all this is the Lover's card. I get this feeling you feel all tied up. That there are some things that you're feeling like you may not be able to see, but Spirit is wanting to remind you that you have your third eye is open. You have the ability to see what it is you need to see, but you need to trust yourself to see it. Okay? You need to be clear within yourself what you want to obtain from whatever the situation that's on your mind in regards to why you're watching this reading, but they're asking you to be very clear in your intentions and follow your heart. Stop looking with your eyes, for your eyes can see everything, Listen to your heart, for your heart can only feel some things, is what I hear. Because your heart here is going to give you all the answers that you are seeking. You're seeking everywhere around you, but you're not seeking inside. With his hand over his heart, he's reminding me I need to seek inside for the answers, for the fogginess that are in my lenses. I need to go back inside and reevaluate. You also have the Six of Wands that came out, but it came out in the reverse. So what that tells me, and it came out with this card. So what that tells me is that if you cannot learn to look in for yourself, the victories and the rewards that you are asking for, or the things that you're hoping to reap and sow, it will not be able to come to fruition for you because you are looking for answers outside of yourself. We as a collective need to begin asking ourselves for the answers, because then we will no longer be here in the Two of Swords energy, which is where a lot of us are standing. We will no longer be here in the Two of Swords energy, torn between a couple of choices. We will always have a clear understanding of where we want to go and what we want to do and what we want to be if we start looking inside for our answers and stop going outside of ourselves. If we start seeking our truth, we will have this balance, this mental balance, because this talks about mental conflict, mental imbalance. And you will get a mental clarity, a mental balance once you start looking inside. And when you do that, things will start coming out for you in the physical world, because you have the Knight of Pentacles right after the Two of Swords, as well as the Eight of Pentacles. So that tells me once you get this mental clarity and this mental realization as to where you want to go in life, or your soul purpose, the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles come out to show me that you are going to be able to take action, because you're going to, in your physical world, see where this action needs to be taken, and then you'll be able to put in the hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Typically in the original deck I get the feeling of guarding pentacles, but I don't get the energy of guarding pentacles. I get the energy of watching over my pentacles. He's really working on this pentacle, like he's really guarding and like nurturing this pentacle, but I feel like he's just watching over the rest. And he might be trying to protect this pentacle, because that pentacle may have a relation to this pentacle. And right underneath that card, you have the Death card. And with this Death card, I definitely get the energy of letting go of all the flood waters. So a lot of crying. Some of you guys may be doing a lot of crying here soon. But I feel like this crying, this upset, this frustration, once you let it go, once you let it out, it will clear. It will clear out. And things that aren't supposed to stand no more, like if you look at this house, it's not supposed to be there no more. So the rainwaters took it out. But if you look around, you still have some houses that are still standing tall. So I feel like with these two, with these two cards together, I feel like Spirit is just asking you to make sure you just focus on the things that you have at hand with yourself. Like the things that are physically in front of you that you can control, I feel like Spirit is asking you, just worry about those, just control those things, because we can't have control over everything. That is not our job here in human form, is to have control over everything, is what they're telling me. Our job is to learn to be compassionate and to love one another for where we are. Our job is to meet people where they're at. And I feel like you guys may be struggling with that. Some of you guys may be doing well, and therefore you're able to recognize when you get frustrated with certain things and you're able to recognize why and how and ways to release it. With this death card, I feel that you guys are actually physically getting rid of things that no longer serve your highest good. However, some of you guys may be looking at some physical deaths as well in this time frame. And when I say physical deaths, I mean like deaths of a person in your life. And I'm not saying like that's going to be for everybody. I'm just saying there's a few of you that are definitely going to be experiencing that. And what they want you to remember is that the answers you seek are inside of you. Like if you're wondering, oh, did that person know I loved them? Well, you need to look inside and ask yourself. Because Spirit can connect with us and talk to us through our heart chakra. So if our heart chakra is open and willing to hear their messages, their message will come to us. And so I feel in this moment the Spirit is asking you to remember that even if somebody physically does die in your world, or it's a metaphorical death, as far as letting go of an old piece of you and moving forward with yourself, if that's the so in either situation, they're wanting you to remember that use discernment when listening to others, but also seek the answers from inside. Seek your answers from inside. Don't seek your answers from other forces. Seek your answers from inside. And see, I'm shuffling again for more clarification, and the death card came out again. So it's like definitely let go of old pieces of yourself if you have it. And you can do that by looking for those answers inside. So if you've been like down on yourself, like, oh, I really feel crappy today, I really feel shitty, like I'm just a shitty person. Well, remind yourself, why are you feeling that way? Okay, shut that down, because we're not shitty. I was just telling myself the other day, I've been a shitty friend to some of my friends here lately because I haven't been checking on them. I haven't been as close-knit with them as I could have been, and I've been beating myself up about it. But it's like, okay, but in that time frame, where were you? Okay, I was there. That was my mental state. Okay, and what can you do now, today, now, to fix that? Oh, well, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. I can't stay stuck here in this feeling because I won't do this, that, or the other, right? So the same goes for you. You can't be stuck in the feeling that you are right now when you're listening to this. When you're done, you need to ask yourself, when you're done listening to this, or if you heard your message and you're stopping right here because you're like, that's my message, hallelujah, and you're stopping, and ask yourself right now, well, how can I change the way I feel about blah, blah, blah today? So what can you do today to fix that? I hear temptation. I hear temptation is lurking. I hear be careful who you trust. Careful who you trust. This particular card, Temperance, represents medicine in this deck. So I feel like some of you guys, because I heard be careful who you trust when I looked at this card, and then looking at it, it represents medicine in this deck. And in the old deck, balance. So I feel like there's some of you guys that are having a hard time finding the balance between trusting the medicine and this world and not trusting the medicine. Like, what is good information, what is not good information for me? What should I hold on to? What should I let go of? Alright, I'm going to pull 3 cards out of the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for the collective. So the first card, I'm actually going to put it back because I was not ready, but it was Yang, the first card. So some of you guys, I did mention a masculine energy earlier. It might have been in one of the other readings that I had started. But the masculine energy is very strong. I don't see any queens in this reading, all very masculine. So come to the edge. Told you, take a leap of faith. This is going to be for where you have been. So what I am thinking is that you guys have recently just took a leap of faith. You guys have recently just took a leap of faith in trusting something. Trusting a situation. Where's this leap of faith taking the collective? So I see blessed and I want to say that's like a mending. So healing, feelings of being blessed, soulmates. But the one I'm going to take that actually fell out first is Treasure Island. And so where is coming to the edge? Taking you, that leap of faith is taking you, oh Jesus, so this leap of faith is taking you to Treasure Island, where all that you've been asking for, all your wishes, all your heart's desires are coming for you. You're approaching this place. It's like Six of Swords energy. You're leaving something that wasn't that great for you, or you're tweaking some things in certain aspects of your life to move you in a new, smooth direction into what we call Treasure Island, into the great, wonders of your world. It's not of the world, because what I think is a great wonder, you may not think is a great wonder. But this Treasure Island, you are stepping into this new energy. It's profound. And what I want you to notice is this is card 36. I know it's backwards on here, but this is card 36. 3 and 6 add to 9, and this is card 9. So it's like it was destined. And I feel like the Treasure Island is all these things that came up that I put back in the deck. So in this Treasure Island, this treasure chest you come across after coming to the edge, after telling Spirit, look, I'm trusting you. I don't know where else to go with this. I don't believe this, I don't believe that, but I need somebody to help me. I need guidance. I don't know where to look. Well, they said look inside first. Once you start doing that, you come to the edge, you trust that I'm going to show you how to look inside, then you're going to get your Treasure Island. And in your Treasure Island, sorry about that, and in your Treasure Island you have, and I just see 2339 a second ago, you have mending, you have blessed. So it's like you started healing, and then you start realizing how grateful you actually should be for the things that you have in your life. Even if it's not what you wanted in that exact moment, it's like once you start healing certain aspects of yourself, you realize how much you have not been grateful for. You also have soulmate here. So that means that you have somebody, whether it is a romantic partnership, like it insinuates in the photo of the card, or a business partnership. It could even be between you and your child, but you guys are going to be connected on a soul level. The card insinuates that this is going to be a romantic partnership. And I feel like when it comes to this soulmate, since I was talking about it and the fork in the road came out, when it comes to the soulmate, I feel like you had a choice. Like you might have already been in a relationship and you had to make a choice, like, do I go with this person or do I go with this person? I don't know, like that's where you could have been stepping into. Where is this Treasure Island energy taking collective in the future? Where is this leading collective? So this present moment you are approaching. So if you're not in it, you're approaching this present moment of Treasure Island, of feeling the healing, of feeling the attitude of being blessed, of feeling the soulmate connection. Okay. So the fates. So all of this new energy that I just talked to you about is leading you to a feeling of being like, this is where I'm supposed to be. You're feeling a peacefulness inside your soul. Like, this is what fate feels like. Happy, blessed. And it's funny because I forgot that card blessed even came out as I'm just staring at this picture trying to pick up some of her energy and how she's feeling. But I just think of like being full, like lightheartedness, full of love and light, and not even being concerned about what other people are thinking and saying. You're just moving about your day. You're just doing what makes you feel happy. And I feel like you are able to recognize the feeling of being blessed because you came out of a place of chaos and conflict. Now, I've been seeing 33 a lot, so I feel very drawn to read this card. And I'm probably not going to read it all. But I feel very drawn to read this card only because I've been seeing 33 a lot, and I think it's interesting that this card came out in this reading because that's not at all the energy I was picking up. Okay, so just reading the first sentence, it says opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere. And it automatically makes me think of our world at this moment. The wildfires, the weather going a little cuckoo, the way people treat people. And I feel like this is spirit just reminding us that all the stuff that we're worried about and that we're stressed about, it was going to happen. It was fate, okay? There was no way around it. And I feel what they're telling us today in this reading is that we need to take some time and reestablish our viewpoints, adjust our perspective, defog our lenses. Because there are things that are going to continue to happen that people are not going to like. But you must understand that the negative things we see, we understand they are negative because we know what the positive is. We know where we can find this positivity. We know what positivity looks like. So the reason why we're seeing these negative things is to remind us what positive looks like and to get us to think and be innovative. Because we were created to be innovative creatures. We were created to think outside of the box. And now we're in this world that likes to stuff everybody inside a dang box. Okay? No, we're not doing that. Yuck. Okay? You don't want to stuff your babies in a box. You wouldn't want to stuff their personalities down. You wouldn't want to push them down so they are small. And I feel like that's what this chaos is doing. I feel like this chaos is really trying to push everybody down to get us back inside this little bitty box, so we stop thinking and asking questions and wondering, and well, if so-and-so did that, why is he still this? And if so-and-so did this, well, why would we want him to do that? Like, la 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 la. Okay. So I feel like this chaos and conflict is happening for us to understand, to think, to chew on, if that makes sense. Like, some of the things you hear about, it's like you bite it off and you're like, this is disgusting. But then you turn around and you have 15 people that are like, this is so delicious. Girl, you crazy. This is good. And you're like, Trick, that is the most disgusting thing you have ever told me to eat. Okay? That's how I feel our whole world is right now. I feel like we're just looking at certain pieces and we're like, but people said it was going to be good, and this is far from good. This is like crap. But I feel like in this spread, in the way I read the cards, I feel like the divine is trying to remind you that once you get back to this place of chaos, to remember that you just had Treasure Island, that you just had all this fantastic stuff happen for you. And you need to be grateful for those things, because it was fated for you to be back into this chaos and conflict. There's something you need to learn in it. Yeah. So I think that's it. Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck you have regeneration. So I feel like without chaos and conflict, nobody can change. There won't be any changes to appear. So right now, this chaos and conflict that's going to be occurring, that may or may not have occurred for you yet. If it does occur for you already, or if it is, let me know in the comment section. Go ahead and comment below, and then tell me how you're working to regenerate yourself. How are you working to regenerate your soul's purpose? How are you working to regenerate your love and your light and your luster? Is it the exchange of gifts? This was at the top of the deck. Is this conflict in your life coming about so you can recognize certain gifts, regenerate yourself, rebuild yourself, rebrand yourself so you can exchange these gifts? Huh. I said change, and here we have the change of the wind that came right after. Try and grab the card. That came after exchange of gifts. So I feel like for a lot of you guys are going to realize certain gifts. Could be psychic gifts, as the cat is there, and the cat does usually represent psychic abilities. But you have this exchange of gifts, and 2 and 7 add up to 9 as well. And that could be part of your Treasure Island, where when you're healing and you're recognizing the things that you absolutely are blessed to have and you're grateful for, that these gifts start showing up. You start realizing certain things about yourself, and then it causes you to want to rebuild and rebrand yourself. And when you do that, it sparks a change in direction. Some people are going to be frightened by this change of direction, but you need to observe their behavior, is what I hear. You need to observe their behavior. Because some people are going to be frightened. They might take a step back. It's the people that continue coming back around that really have your best interest in heart. So this reading is definitely longer than I had anticipated. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful YouTube channel. Now, of course, I did say that if you really like this video, to like it, share it, thumbs up. If it resonated with you, subscribe to check out some other videos. If you want to go check out some other videos before you subscribe, and then you decide you absolutely love me, then subscribe, you know, whatever floats your boat. But anywho, subscribe so you can be updated and notified every time I upload new videos and new content. Also check out my Facebook page and my Instagram page, where I am trying to make sure I upload daily some healing affirmations and a self-care card. I know these last few days I've had like a couple of each come out. So, but anyways, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Peace, love, and light.